Channel message.
Non-abusive men do not defend abusive men. They do not hear about stalking, coercion, intimidation, isolation, forced silence, threats, beatings, strangulations, obsessive monitoring, property destruction, or a woman trying to leave in fear and think the man responsible deserves more patience, more softness, more understanding, or more time. They do not hear that a woman is declining in real time and decide the emergency is his image. They do not hear that children are watching their mother disappear in front of them and decide the issue is both sides. They do not hear about bullets and start searching for excuses. That reflex does not come from character. It comes from allegiance. A man with substance does not negotiate on behalf of a predator. He does not call cruelty complicated. He does not dress terror up as stress. He does not hear abuse and starts translating it into something easier for male comfort to digest. He does not hear that a woman is afraid in her own home and become a public defender for the man making home feel like a trap. He knows what abuse is. It is not masculinity. It is not leadership. It is not authority. It's not love. It's not a mistake. It's not anger issues. It's not marital conflict. It is domination. It is entitlement. It is cowardice with access to somebody else's nervous system. It is insecurity that cannot compete with a woman's life force, so it tries to break it. It is a diseased need to control what should have been love. It is a rotten mind that would rather kill a woman than watch her live beyond its reach. That is the truth. So yeah, something is wrong. Something's very wrong, and not in a poetic sense. Not wrong in a pray for him sense. Wrong in a clinical, social, communal, public safety sense. You understand? Wrong in the head sense. Wrong in the pattern. Wrong in the spirit. Wrong in the wiring. A person does not put 15 bullets into somebody for choosing freedom and get to be spoken about like he just couldn't handle the breakup. What? A person does not stalk, threaten, corner, terrorize, monitor, isolate, sabotage, assault, and destroy another human over access and get to be called merely hurt. That is not heartbreak. It is not love. It is not grief. That is pathology with a target. Untreated mental instability, obsessive control, paranoia, entitlement, violence do not become less dangerous just because the perpetrator is familiar, charismatic, married, funny, a father, an uncle, handsome, respected, gifted, or going through a lot. Get out of here with that. That is exactly when intervention should become more urgent, right? A lot of women are being told to wait for the proof while the proof is already living in the body. The weight loss, the weight gain, the fear, the isolation, the anxiety, the checking in, the hair loss, the sudden distance, the deadness behind the eyes, the walking on eggshells, the silence that does not feel peaceful, the smile that looks rehearsed, the excuses that do not sound like her, the nervous system that has been under siege for so long it no longer remembers how to rest. Then she ends up dead. Then everybody suddenly discovers language. That is tragic. We had no idea. He seemed so normal. She should have said something. He needed help. What? Help? Okay. Why does help arrive after the bullets? Why does help become available only when there is a body to remove? Why does concern wait until children are motherless? Why do people become fluid in accountability only after the funeral program has already been printed? That is not help. That is a cleanup. Protection that begins at the crime scene is not protection. Protection that arrives with condolences is not protection. Protection that only knows how to identify remains is not protection. Women are exhausted. Black women are exhausted. A lot of Black women do not feel protected now because a lot of Black women were never protected then. Not in childhood, not in family systems, not in school, not in medicine, not in relationships, not in the workplace, not in faith spaces, not in the neighborhood, not in the very communities that would claim to love them after they're gone, right? So they become strong. And not strong out of vanity. It's pure necessity. They learn to think ahead, read the room, work around dysfunction, handle emergencies, swallow pain, keep moving while bleeding with heart palpitations, solve problems without backup, figure it out without rescue, protect themselves from strangers, acquaintances, lovers, family, and sometimes even from the very people who should have been the safest. Then an insecure man encounters that woman, right? A woman who survived, a woman who adapted, a woman who knows how to move without him, a woman who can think, a woman who can leave, a woman who can rebuild, a woman who does not collapse on command. A healthy man will see that and respect it, right? An abusive man sees that and wants to punish it. He does not experience her strength as inspiring. He experiences it as an insult. So he's trying to reduce her, right? Isolate her, embarrass her, cheat on her, humble her, monitor her, drain her, confuse her, break her finances, break her confidence, break her support system, break her body, break her memory of herself. He wants her smaller so he can feel larger. That is why this conversation cannot stay trapped inside of romance. This is not just about husbands and wives. This is not just about dating. This is not just about who loved who. This is about community. This is about whether men can look at women outside of sexual access. This is about whether every beautiful woman has to be treated like an opportunity. This is about whether a woman can exist near a man without him feeling entitled to possess, pursue, test, humble, use, or dominate her. Every woman does not need another suitor. Sometimes she needs a brother. She needs an uncle. Sometimes she needs a cousin. She needs a fucking friend. Sometimes she just needs a witness. Sometimes she needs a man who can stand near her without appetite entering the room. Sometimes she needs protection that is not trying to sleep with her. That part is broken too. Too many men were taught how to want women, right? Not enough were taught how to honor women. Too many pursuit, not enough stewardship. Too many no attraction, not enough responsibility. Too many no access, not enough restraint. Then the same community acts shocked when women stop feeling safe anywhere, everywhere. A non-abusive man does not wait for perfect proof when the pattern is already obvious. He does not sit there massaging another man's ego while a woman is being psychologically dismantled in plain sight. He does not tell her to be more patient with somebody who is escalating. He does not hear repeated threats and call it drama. He does not hear fear and call it private business. He does not hear a woman say something is wrong and decide she's overreacting until she's dead enough to become believable, right? He moves. He disrupts. He tells the truth. He stops helping violent men hide behind charm, reputation, family role, or community standing. That is what separates a man from a male sympathizer. So when a man rushes to minimize abuse, reinterpret abuse, delay accountability, redirect blame, or protect another man from consequence, pay attention. Eyes front, pay attention. That is not neutrality, that is recognition. He is telling you where his loyalty lives. He is telling you that male access matters more to him than female safety. He is telling you that he would rather preserve a man's comfort than confront a man's rot. He is telling you that if the room ever fills with smoke, he may help open a window for the arsonist before he helps the woman choking in the corner. That is why abusive men keep getting covered. Not just from other abusive men, from cowards, from enablers, from women trained to protect male dysfunction, from relatives addicted to denial, from communities that would rather bury daughters than confront sons, from people who keep calling the warning signs complicated until the obituary simplifies everything. Enough. That is enough. Stop calling it a tragedy when the pattern was visible. Stop calling it shocking when the threats were known. Stop calling it unforeseeable when she was asking for help. Stop calling it love when it was surveillance. Stop calling it passion when it was possession. Stop calling it hurt when it was a hunt. A woman choosing herself is not violence. A woman leaving is not violence. A woman filing papers is not violence. A woman setting a boundary is not violence. A woman refusing to die slowly for somebody else's ego is not violence. Do you understand? The violence is in the response. The violence is in the mind that says, if I cannot own you, I will ruin you. If I cannot keep you, I will stalk you. If I cannot control your choices, I will punish your freedom. If I cannot have access to your life, I will end it. That ain't no rough patch. That is a public emergency. So yeah, therapy, yes, intervention, yes, medication, a patch, pill, drip, whatever is needed. Yes, force evaluation when behavior crosses into a threat, obsession, delusion, or danger. Yes, consequences early. Yes, accountability before bloodshed. Yes, people need to stop pretending this is too uncomfortable to name. A man who is escalating towards violence does not need more community silence. He needs disruption. He needs containment. He needs to be taken seriously before somebody else has to be buried. Women, Black women, should not have to be memorial posts for a community to remember they were worth protecting. Children should not have to become motherless for people to start using words like warning sign, therapy, intervention, or prevention. Help should not come with the cleanup crew. Concern should not arrive with a hearse. Love should not sound most sincere at the eulogy. So yeah, non-abusive men do not defend abusive men. They expose them. They interrupt them. They stand between the target and the threat. They protect people. Anything less is part of the hunt. And now, she's carried by 6 because 12 didn't judge.
End of message.